So what about this one? Somebody want me to write on this one? Oops. Sorry. Testing. All right, we are live and fading in.
Welcome one, welcome all to the 2026 North American and Caribbean Handball Confederation Men's Senior World Qualifiers in Bettendorf, Iowa. My name is Kurt Schaefer. I'll be your host for the evening. We've just finished up the national anthems as well as the excuse me, as well as the player callouts. Due to technical limitations, we were not able to get those stream through the microphone. So I'm going to go ahead and we will be announcing both of these teams, starting with Mexico. For the guests visiting us today, we have number 2, Ian Ramses Martinez Gutierrez. Number 4, Jesus Arturo Sandoval Velarde. Number 6, Juan Mayoro Royas. Number 7, Brian Maltos Cortinas. Number 8, Jose Alfonso Flores Wolcott. Number 10, Daniel Ibalto Marquez Caño. Number 11, Hector Rafael Altamirano. Number 13, Jose Sebastian Galvez Campos. Number 17, Santiago Roman Crabtree. Number 18, Osvaldo Pascual Maya Pedraza. Number 21, Manuel Rivas Zazueta. Number 24, Victor Enrique Salgado Gastelum. Number 25, Carlos Alejandro Maya Pedraza. Number 28, Juan Humberto Anguayano Lopez. Number 44, Juan Pablo Maya Pedraza. And finally, number 57, Said Morales Diaz. The Mexican national team today is led by head coach Jose Rafael Santos Barros. For the home team, the Americans suit up with number 3, Sean Corning. Number 4, Ben Liberty. Number 6, Jonas Stromberg. Number 7, Alexandre Chan Blanco. Number 9, Gary Phillips. Number 10, Ty Reed. Number 11, Abubakar Fofana. Number 12, Paul Murkowski. Number 14, Ian Huiter. Number 15, Lucas Korskov Hansen. Number 16, Benjamin Pedersen. Number 17, Andrew Donlin. Number 21, Daniel Hundiati. Number 29, Sigurdur Guarino. Number 33, Samuel Hutterson. And closing out the American roster is number 34, Domagoy Surson. The Americans are led by USA men's national team coach Mark Ortega. And both sides striking early here. The hunt for the IHF World Championship is on. Earlier today, if you were clocking in, Greenland soundly defeated the Canadian national team in stunning fashion. That game ended 40-20. Greenland scoring from everywhere. I mean, Canadians just could not stop them from anywhere. Canada, to their credit, with some pretty astounding athletic movement, but just could not match the scoring velocity of Greenland. And not to discredit that Greenland defense, they were on fire for a lot of it with a highlight performance by their goalie. Both the teams here off to a strong start as Mexico takes their first lead of the game, and the United States lining up with some purpose today. We're going to have a full-scale domestic tournament later in the day for the later in the week for the United States. These men will be playing kind of in the middle of the day. We're going to have their games going on during a relatively large break period for that domestic tournament. Mexican national team now lining up. And the United States able to come away with that one scot-free. Ball goes to Corning, passes it out. Over to Eden Whitter. Now to the left back, and that's a no-go on that. Mexico starting this off with Martinez Gutierrez in center back position, assisted out to the left by Mai Pedraza, and to the right by Sandoval Velarde. And unable to break through there. Oh. Wing takes the ball, tries to find someone, goes through, finds space. And that's Drew Donlin on defense there, able to stop an attack by Martinez Gutierrez. To my back, both handballers and fans take to the benches. I see a number of the Canadian national team here, as well as various referees, team officials, and whatnot. Some of the domestic cup teams have started to arrive on site, and they're all watching this. The Americans led by number 7, Sean Blanco in the middle. Out to the right, Jonas Stromberg, and Stromberg with a miss there. Americans currently playing with a swap out on offense defense. For the uninitiated world of handball, the substitutions are pretty free flowing. So oftentimes a defensive specialist or an offensive specialist will replace their counterpart during transition phases. And Mexico tries to go down the right flank, not able to break through. I will say, from my perspective, my angle, the United States does physically outsize the Mexicans, as you can see there. That's not to say anything about Mexico's skill in the matter, as Sean Corning tries to find something else for a pass instead. And that one will stay in America's possession. Sean Blanco to Stromberg. Jonas Stromberg tries to find Donlin the pivots. Sean Blanco gets it, scores. No such thing as a bad goal in handball, as the center back able to pick that one up and get the ball through the net. And Merrick on the wing shot there. Mexico with the 7, sinks it. Both these teams in the dead heat, just over 8 minutes into the match. This is definitely a different level of play than you usually see here in the United States. Both these teams very competent, very fast, very powerful. Mexico now. Slow tempo. Comfortably willing to sit back and wait for the center back to make a move. And center back goes for a pivot cross, almost collapses. Backs up, will get there, and Mexico sinks it. A solid goal there. As Sean Corning able to get a retort in. America retakes his lead. Now side on the side, Martinez Gutierrez. Pedraza in the middle. Wait on his cue. Center back does have to make the decision. Looks like they're going to go with another pivot start. Pivot followed by left back. Left back back to right. Go center. Shot. Stopped. And Palmerkovsky able to stop that one. Merrick able to get another point up there. 2-point lead. America not able to keep that one out by Pedraza. And Sean Corning for his second in a row. Mexico diving through. That American defense is big, though. He'll have to come away from that one with a foul. And America breakaway, Corning for his third in a row, and he sinks it. So far, Mexico has been going to their pivot quite a lot to start their attacks. That's number 10, Marcus Cano. And he almost gets a call there. And that'll be in the circle. American ball. Take it up the field. Going out to the wing. And Sean Corning again. That guy is on fire to start off the qualifying tournament. Well, it was Greenland in the first game. We'll see if it's America in the second game or if Mexico is going to be able to regroup as Mexico takes a timeout.
He said the timeout.
As this timeout winds down, I would like to give a huge shout out once again to all of the volunteers and supporters that make this job possible for us, for the Mexican national team, for the Canadians, and for the Greenlanders as well. Your support, your help, whether you are putting things together at tournaments or whether you are watching from home, is the reason these guys do this for you. And the referee is whistled to continue play. Mexico with possession. America shows signs of wanting to do a man mark on Mexican notes for their their right back. He gets the call on that one. 18 goes down to the wing and it's kept out. U.S. now with possession. America showing a different back on this one than they have previously, and that'll be a 7 for America. A hard defensive foul down low. Will send America to the line. Number 7, Chan Blanco to take. And he sinks it. I spoke a lot with members of all the national teams. Each of them basically said the same. It said that Greenland is going to be everyone's team to beat for this tournament. So, U.S. and Mexico, obviously a storied history of sports. I would imagine this is going to be a very high intensity, high emotion game. But seeing what these teams do against Greenland and Canada is probably going to be kind of where that decider is for who gets to go home and who gets to go to the World Championship. So Mexico scores another one there. Blanco checks in. Stromberg. Fofana. And it's off the crossbar. Rebound left wing. And a nice way to finish off the goal from a pivot shot through the middle. Mexico going for a fast response, not able to get it. And the referee is going to blow that as a timeout. So the Mexican pivot wants a little bit more glue on that. That is very understandable. Once again, for those who haven't played before, the senior adult tournaments use a very sticky resin called glue, resin, whatever you want to call it, sticky stuff, in order to help the players control the ball, hold on to the ball. For the pivot position, that's extremely important, and pivots often want far more glue than anyone else does. But wise of him to point that out as Mexico goes to the line for their own 7 now. And he's not able to convert. Pal Merkovsky, able to stop that one. Fofana. And that's an interception by Mexico. Mexico is going for the breakaway. And they're not able to break through America's defense. They're going to hold possession, though. Solid defense by America. Makes Mexico settle with a reset foul. As the referee is trying to calm things down a little bit. Referee calls for a towel. A little bit of a wet spot on the court. That's famed SF Cal Heat and Olin winger AJ Bulo there to save the day with the towel. Mexico looking, gets it. Great side shot. And now the United States puts in their timeout. As timeout ends.
She's waiting. I feel like 17:05.
America looking. Fofana goes to the wing and goes to Corning. Try to do a double Kempa move there. Left to right to center, doesn't go through. Would have been a highlight reel for probably for all three of them. That was a great move. Mexico trying very hard to go through that American line. Right now, America's being a wall up front. All the switching in the world just hasn't made him go through. There we go. Mexican left back with a scorcher of a shot, upper corner. U.S. very shifty, very good passes. Stays out the back of the net. Mexico on the attack takes the foul. And Mexico creeping that lead back. America was up pretty comfortably for a minute. Not so anymore, just a 2-point lead. And a wonderful spin shot goal for number 7, that's Blanco. And Mexico dribbles ball, almost loses it, goes to the wing, goes to the center back, and not able to break through yet again. And another wet spot. So we're going to have to take a timeout here. The referee blows it good. Mexico trying to set up the cross pass. Almost intercepted. Double cross. Stopped. U.S. goes down to the pivot. Pivot. Lob shot. Back of the net for America. Regaining a much bigger lead now, 14-10. And Sean Corney tries to get an interception, doesn't get there. Punished for it. And Mexico draws a 2-minute. Sorry, America draws a 2-minute. This will be number 29. Sigurdur Gorino has to take a seat after that one. Number 29, 2 minutes. Mexico goes to their wing, doesn't take the shot. Mexico going around the world. And turnover. Ref says travel. Yankees up 3 deep into the first half. Both these teams got a real good look at their future opponents earlier today in that match. I saw them sitting on the sideline doing some scouting. We will see how they are able to close this one down. But at this point in the game, this is far closer than it was for Canada and Greenland. As the U.S. extends their lead a little bit there, we'll see if they can stop Mexico from narrowing it. Mexico with a nice behind the back pass, and that's not kept out. Oh, you just know the keeper's going to want that one back. Gets his hand on it, but just rolls in. Bounces, but who's counting? Fofana. America hunting. Fofana tries to make it to the pivot. Donlin not able to connect. And Mexico punishes them for it. Mexico lowers the lead to just 2. A wonderful breakaway goal. Donlin blocked. Mexico now. And they try to break through, but that wall of Surson and Donlin just doesn't let anyone out. And that'll be a timeout by the referee for another wet spot. Mexico goes with a wing in shot, and that's kept out. Powell able to stop that one. Surson with a behind the back shot. Kept out. Smart move. Certainly a flashy shot attempt by the pivot. But Mexico's goalie is strong enough, fast enough to keep that one away. We enter into the last 5 minutes of this half. Score very close, 13-15. Definitely some good handball all around. Mexico's speed. America's going for some flash. Mexico lowers the lead to just one there. Donlin from the center. Passes it out. America moving and looking for space, trying to make something. Goes out to the wing. Corning. And Corning. Separator. As he sinks a lob pass. America retaining that 2-point lead, 16-14. Good scoring, high velocity, high octane half here in Bettendorf, Iowa. The gem of the Quad Cities, they call it. See if Mexico can find a gem on this goal. And they're not able to. Corning. Good defense. Surson on the breakaway. Surson looking for someone. Finds it. Jump. And very solid defense at the last second. America will go into a set play. And just like that, empty cross in. Perfect job. And that one's kept out. Nice low shot, goes nowhere. America takes it out of the backfield. Looking, left wing, goal. And the U.S. has quickly and quietly increased their lead to 4 again. I'm sure Coach Ortega is happy with that on the sideline. Still plenty of handball left to go, though. Center move. And that'll be a 2-minute. A 2-minute for number 34. Domagoy Surson will have to sit for the rest of the half. Hard defense. Referee says a little bit too much around the neck there. Mexico is going to want to capitalize on that. Almost gave it away to another Corning interception. Goes to the left wing goal. Great sequence by the Mexican team. One minute left. And Corning kept out. Mexico has subbed in another goalie. Could be their backup. Maybe he's their closer. He stops that one. And an amazing double save. Once again, Murkowski. Goes to the pivot turn, pivot shot, goal. And America has 20 seconds left. See if they can't pump that lead back to 3 again. They're moving at speed. I'm not sure if they're going to slow it down and take the last shot, if they're just going to go for it. They go to Corning. Corning goes through it. No! Referee says Corning was standing out of bounds, and that'll be the half. And just like that, part 1 of USA versus Mexico for the World Qualifiers comes to a close. Score at half, 16 Mexico, 18 United States. We're going to go into our halftime break here. We'll return after that. And we are back. During the break, I went over, talked to some of the crowd, and got some input on who everyone thinks is going to win, what the marquee matchups everyone says they want to see are. One of the coolest things was, here in the crowd today are some of the parents of the players. So for Juan Pablo, for Osvaldo Pascual, and for, excuse me, lost my train of thought there. And for Carlos Alejandro, mom and dad say hi. All three out there. Same parents. I mean, I guess that's got to be Mexican handball royalty, right? Three kids, three members of the national team. That's pretty good deal. As we continue back here, once again, Mexico not just hanging in there, but outright competing. America's winning the arm wrestle by a little bit right now, not by much. And Sean Corning going out there, harassing the backfield a little bit. Almost got away with interception. Mexico tries to go through the middle, and not going to be it. America with possession as Surson comes out of that pile. America now looking for something. Corning gets it. During the stream, we also activated the chat. So for all of you watching at home, go ahead, poke in, say hi. I see one, saludos Mexico. Saludos to you as well. Mexican national team is going to need every bit of fan support they can get to get through this one. Not just hanging around, very much competing. But getting past this America team is going to be a big task ahead. And just like that, the U.S. will go and take a 7. Many of these players active, of course, in either their own domestic league or abroad, with a couple notable examples out here today. We have, we do have a representative of LA Team Handball Club suiting up for the United States, and Gary Phillips, and Ty Reed, who plays for New York Athletic Club, and even, apologies, Domagoy Surson also suits up for LA Team Handball Club. On the Mexican side, we even have Ian Ramsey's Martina Gutierrez, number 2, who suits up for the Denver Wolves in American domestic competitions. Mexico playing more of a man mark coming off of the 9. Corning off the crossbar. Mexico with a chance to go back to a 2-point deficit. Still early in this half. And they do just that. And a great jumping goal from America. They are not letting Mexico separate on offense. Mexico team so far very competent on defense, as is the United States. The U.S. has them beat a little bit. And a great kick shot block. And another family matters. Gary Phillips, mom and dad, giving him a shout out in the chat. Gary Phillips, of course, notoriously for the rest of the U.S. college system, playing for U.S. Army West Point, being what many would describe as very obviously the best player on the American college scene for his time at West Point. Probably very happy to have seen his alma mater and his place of employment continue their streak in college of what I believe is now 18 straight American college national championship victories. U.S. Army West Point, an absolute machine. U.S. looking to become a machine here. And America gets away from that one. Opportunity to go up 4. Moving the ball. Everyone moves. Everyone goes. Goes out to Sean Corning. They've been going to him a lot. Doesn't get that one. And no. Referee will call that a double dribble. Or travel, excuse me. Mexico now. Mexican pivot says slow down. Enters into the set piece. Mexico down to the pivot. Not quite. Referee says inside the circle. And keeper stops it. America, left wing, goal. Nicely done. Mexico now. Pivot fighting his position back in there. Maya Pedraza passes center back, goes down pivot, and not able to connect there. America running through the middle, trying for the breakaway. America to Corning. And another great stop. Santiago Roman Crabtree. Two great stops in very short succession, giving Mexico some life. I say some life. That's barely even a question. This is only a 4-point game. And referee calls a timeout, says something's wrong with the ball. Okay. More stickum has been applied. For those of you at home who are not familiar with top-level adult professional handball, a sticky residue is applied, makes it much easier to control the ball, much easier to throw the ball at speed. And as a pivot myself, I'll tell you it for the pivots makes it a heck of a lot easier to catch the ball. Maya Pedraza in the center. Mexico to the wing. Breaks the defender, breaks for the keeper. Quick pass down. Donlin. Donlin, goal. The American captain makes his contribution. America stepping out on defense quite a lot here. Trying to pressure that Mexican back line. Seems to be working right now. Mexico down low, tries to get there. They do. Nicely done. Classic right back goal. And the referee will call a timeout on that one. Very difficult defensive maneuver there, and that'll be a 2-minute. That'll be a 2-minute for Mexico, number 4. And Sandoval Velarde will have to sit. U.S. is awarded a 7 to be taken by none other, of course, than the center back. Number 7, Chan Blanco. And he sinks it. And I'm not sure you can hear it in the stream, but the Mexican supporter groups making themselves known as Mexico once again within 3. America on the counterattack. America down wing. Wing shot. That's Ty Reed. That's a block. That'll be a 2-minute after some too strong of defense. Take my words back. That'll just be a 7. And that'll be a goal. Number 57, Morales Diaz. America goes to their wing. And Roman Crabtree able to get just enough of it to keep that thing out of the back. Mexico with no interest in speeding it up. They're going to set their own tempo. That central defense by America, Surson and Drew Donlin has been locked down. Trying to move through there. Just like that. Mexico trying to go for a jump shot from the right. Not able to go through, though. There is a goal. None other than the college man of mystery himself, Gary Phillips. Came on for that offensive possession, scored a quick one. Now he's off again. Mark Ortega choosing to go back to the defensive specialist job. Both Surson and Donlin play that pivot position on offense, so only one of them is needed on the court during that time. Mexico almost loses possession, still have it. Looking. Back pass to the wing, doesn't get through. And just bobbled a pass for Mexico. Results in a turnover. American same. U.S. goes to the wing. Gary Phillips. Mexico now sends their own guy out. Phillips dumps down to Donlin. Goal. Great team goal by not just America, but also by our U.S. Armed Forces, as Drew Donlin and Gary Phillips, both officers. Gary in the Army, hence his graduation from West Point, of course. And Drew Donlin, a U.S. Space Force officer. Mexico, wing cross. Goes back to the CB, not able to break through. Surson Donlin line holds strong. Mexico unable to break through on their wing. To the center. Momentum right. Shot blocked. And that will go harmlessly out the back of play. But the referee says it's Mexico's ball. The American wall holds strong. Referee says Mexico possession. Mexico tries to find their pivot, and they're awarded a 7-meter for the efforts. And the United States will give up a very gnarly 7-meter there. 23-27. U.S. still leads. Both countries' supporters making some noise as chants of USA all over the crowd. Gary Phillips hits that one off his foot. Mexico ball. Mexico breakaway. Mexico trying to find something there. They go to the wing. They go to the backs. Can they separate something and find a place to attack through? Mexico pivot cross. Flips out to the wing, and he's not able to control it. America ball. Breakaway interception. America comes away unscathed from that one. Counterattack blocked. Once again, Crabtree, he got a shout out in the chat. Stops that from going in. Unfortunately, his outfielders are unable to convert on that. 2 high-speed runs from both teams, and nothing to do. We enter into the back third of this competition. I'd like to remind you all, we have a whole host of games happening this week right here on the USA Team Handball page. First, to start us off, of course, the Men's Senior World Championship Qualifiers. Gary Phillips' goal. And followed along starting Friday, the U.S. Open Championship with 34 domestic U.S. teams playing. Only 3 of them, Men's Open, Men's Elite, Women's, to walk away with gold. And we will take a timeout. I will say a bit of a side note. The traditional horn is rigged up to some pretty powerful siren speakers here, and those things. Wow, the timeout noises are quite intimidating. Say that. This Mexican team trying everything they can to break through the middle, and they just cannot get it done. You'll see, or one has to wonder if they're going to adapt their strategy a little bit as these minutes start to close out. They've got the firepower. Can they put it together is another question. And that'll be a goal for the U.S. on a Ty Reed run through. To the pivot. And it stopped. Not quite. Mexico earns another 7. U.S. will send in their shot stopper, Pal Markovsky. And not able to get it done that time. Mexico converts. 24-29. America to the wing. And it gets past him this time. From my angle, that looked like stop for a second. I don't think Crabtree has anything to prove. He's been a huge asset. Keep Mexico alive in this one. The lead now 6. One of, if not the biggest leads of the night. Time is closing down for Mexico. For those of you at home who are not aware, a general rule of thumb, if you're planning a comeback, is a goal followed by a block every minute. If you can manage that, you can manage it. Due to the nature of the game, it's a little bit harder to get more than a goal in a minute. Not impossible. Definitely not impossible. But 1 goal per minute is kind of the aim that you should have. As time ticks away, now 7-point lead. The door's not closed, but it's shutting fast. Can this Mexican team find something left in their pocket? Pivot! Pivot shot! That might be what they have to do it. America on the run. And travel. Mexican possession. Mexican pivot saying, I can't make that. Someone needs to get up there. The Mexican backline burning time. I'm not sure they have. And they get one. And they stop one. Mexico with a chance to pull it to 4. Can they break through that American defense, though? Bobbles possession. Retained. Goal. And that'll be a timeout for Coach Ortega and the Americans. Plenty of lead left. Not too much time. We're within 4 with a 4-point lead. If that American defense can stand up a few more times, this is over. But it's not yet. America in no rush. And there we go. Abu Fofana. America definitely in a comfortable position now. It'll be up to a couple new faces to close this one out. However, unless Mexico can make something happen right here, right now, I do believe America is going to walk away from this one with their first victory in this qualifying competition. And oh, Mexican defense puts enough on it so the goalkeeper can stop it. And just like that, oh no! Goal called off. That'll be comfortably America's possession now. 2 minutes left on this one. And I believe we know the result, if not the final score. As Fofana's shot goes wide there. "50 seconds. And Mexico with a lot of energy left. You love to see that, even when the outcome's known. Ty Reed passes to it, and there we go. Ty Reed on a breakaway shot there. And this one is all, if nothing but over. And that'll be it. The United States of America walks away with its first lead. A comfortable lead at that. And I stand corrected. One more shot for the Mexican national team here on a 7-meter defensive play, and it'll not go through. Shot stopper shots the shot, and that'll be it. Now, as the teams line up and go through their post-team activity, I would like to thank you guys, all of you at home, for tuning in. This has been the NACHC North American Men's Senior World Championship Qualifiers here in Bettendorf, Iowa. Your final score, the United States of America 32, Mexico 27. We will be back tomorrow. You can find all of our live streams on this very YouTube page, the USA Team Handball. I've been your host, Kurt Schaefer. Thank you guys for tuning in.